Welcome back everybody into another backtesting session on gold. We're going to continue our usual gold marathon. These are the rules that are up. Let me show you the results just to remind you. So we took 8 trades. We had a loss, a win, a win, a win, a loss, and we closed with a win. We are up 5.97%, and we still have 12 out of within 8 out of 20 trades. Remember the rules, that modern rules are my previous mistakes from the previous experience. I have to avoid entry right before New York Stock Exchange open at the new 4-hourly candle. And we already, if you saw the previous video, I already got a loss because I entered 8 minutes before New York Stock Exchange opening, which you know that gives you a pullback, and after that we saw the pullback and then price running for tens and tens of pips. Second mistake, not respecting scalping sessions. This is something that I fixed because I am trading pre-London and London and New York 2 to 3 hours depending on how many trades, the setups, etc. My previous problem was not letting the winning trades run. I think I solved it. Not exiting a break even when we have multiple confirmation of rejection. Not happened yet in this simulation. Entering ranging market, I think these first two losses were in ranging market. Still don't know if they were bad trades or if just variance, so no worries. And it was the same first possible sign of trend, and it was really a trend, was just ranging. And not entering a caller trades, the last we missed a win here because exactly the same is the same that happened here. I called it, but I didn't take it because it was, I don't know, blah blah blah. I was just talking myself out of a good trade. It's not talking myself out of a good trade, talking myself out of a trade, of a setup, and this is bad. Even if it was a losing trade, doesn't matter. I had to take it. So there's also the rule that I have to take every trade following the setup. Rules usually for taking profits, etc. I use 15, 10 or 15 stop loss. Usually is 15. I take 80% of the position, 30 pips, 20% final risk free, and we have this rule. If we see rejection, then I should take 45 pips take profit. But not always happen because I skip candles, so sometimes I just go back to break even or above. If it goes above, then I put the stop loss trade at break even at 45 and let run without the take profit. Usually I try to hedge against a second entry. So even if it's not this rule, so I should put the stop loss higher than break even. If I want to re-enter, then I put the stop loss actually in profits just to hedge against a little against the new entry. Another rule that is happening now with the backtesting. If a setup is missed, I can re-enter again, go back and enter. If I only skip one candle or 10, 15 pips of movement. That's it. Not if it's already 30 pips above. So let me just remove this. Okay. And that's it. Let's start. Let's see where are we. Okay, so this is what happened yesterday and the previous days. We were really taking advantage of this movement because we saw identified the double bottom, and we played. If you show here the wins during New York Stock Exchange, the first two losses, the wins. This was a loss. Yes, a loss. I don't know. This was probably a loss. This was a win. I don't know. There's something in it, and that's it. We're coming towards. Let me just jump. Let's see. This is a confirm of the PNL. Let's jump into London Open of the following day. Pre-London, as you can see, which is the trade session that we play with. We have any news? Okay. Today we have the testimony of Powell, and we don't know what the headlines would be. So it will be a very, very difficult trading day after 3 p.m. I might stop before that to avoid taking trades without actually knowing the headlines. Risk 2%, 10 or 15 pips, and that's it. So our morning analysis, this is pre-London. We're still in a very bullish trend. We had this PSA that was a support, where we found big support at this previous area, because we saw the rejection here and this rejection at London Open. I think this was 6 hours ago. I think it was around the China Open. We saw a very nice rejection, flipping bullish, closing above the key level, and then the next hourly candle making a top lower wick and then continuation up. The next one mirrored the first one, and then we are weak, but we are still closing below the key level 1812.5. So we have this PSA, and we're going to put it as well on the 1 minute chart. The 1 minute chart in here, as you can see, we are below the key level, but we are ranging slightly above, slightly below. Here we have this PSA, we have these previous lows. As you can see, multiple rejections. We are now here. So there you go. So we are still in a very bullish trend. We are starting to see less impulsive candles. If we check with them, with those, they are very impulsive. Then on the block, then impulsive. Here on the block, very impulsive, and we are in the block. This one was not a very impulsive push, so we might get another impulsive after if we break above these previous highs. So we are still bullish. We have to be very aware of this strong rejection on the upside. So here, so if we still fail to break above the key level, if we still fail to break above these previous highs, and we see price ranging bearish, we can take advantage of these previous ranges easily. So let's jump into it. Remember, this is the start of the pre-London Open. Let me just grab some tea. There we go. There we start. So, okay, we make a lower wick and close bullish, rejection at the key level. There's already a lot of volume. Pushing bearish, very strong bearish, but closing with a very strong rejection might be a liquidity grab for continuation up. We have to be aware of the key level, of course, to have some closures above to take advantage of the buys. Okay, we are breaking below. So this break and retest of this PSA is the first confirmation, the rejection of the key level. The break below and the confirmation. Let's see what action we have here at this PSA. Okay, this is candle close. As per my checklist, we made a top wick. We have enough range. We have like 30 pips. This is the first. I am obliged to take every setup. So this is my entry. We have this first confirmed rejection, low, failing to make a new high, failing to break above the key level, top wick of the new hourly, break and retest below this previous thingy, and then we're breaking below. We don't have a real retest yet, but we have plenty of space for a retest. So let's see how it goes the first trade of the day. Number 9. Okay, let's see. Let's jump into it. This is not good looking. We have our lower wick being created. I started this previous low and then closing bullish. So I really don't feel like we're going to win this trade. But anyway, vested already in and we don't care. Okay, we got rejected, we got the loss. L here, we put it in black over here as always. Number 9, L. Another rejection of the key level. Okay, is this a good entry? We have further confirmed of price failing to break, but we didn't yet make a new lower low, so I'm going to wait. Very good. This is not a nice entry because we are not in the bearish trend. It's not a nice entry, it's not my setup entry. Okay, we're breaking below, making a top wick. Okay, no entry, bearish. Huge rejection of this candle. Look, very aggressively rejected. And this one should close a very strong bearish. So this entry, we got stopped out for like, I think only for the spread. We have needed 17 pips, but it's fine. Let's see if we have a retest of the level here. If I enter here, you have what is that? A stop loss 10 pips would be really risky. We have a confirmation is the first step, so but we have a further confirmation. I still don't know. I already saw the close of this candle, but it's not even 10 pips for my entry, so could easily reverse. Let's go on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so as you can see, we missed the entry, the new hourly candle. We made a top wick, and then we might make a lower wick. That's why I say the new hourly was here. We made a lower wick, a top wick, possibly grab liquidity, and okay, I will give it 10 pips in order to have a nice range to take advantage of. Remember, this is 10 pips. It's not like, okay, I take profits. No, we are still 8 pips, so it can be easily a loser, which looks like it. Exactly. Got a second loss. We bounce exactly at these previous lows. There you go. And I think that pre-London is not really my cup of tea. Let's move on. This is London. If it moves down with 15 pips, apparently not. Okay, so at least I feel better because I wouldn't be able to take partials as well. So we are seeing a bounce. Let's see the next candle if we make a new higher low, if you make a new higher high, in contrast of the previous trend. No, it's the end of the hour. We're just in a range, and we go jump to New York. Okay, we are now at New York Open. We actually managed to go there, but very, very indecisively. Yes, we bounced from the key level, and then we might continue up, but let's see. So we have this rejection, we have this reaction at these previous lows. Key level again. Okay, so we saw this liquidity grab that we wanted to take advantage of, but we failed to find a good entry. We have this rejection and this previous hourly candle closing bullish. The next one made top lower wick and then continue bullish. This one closed with a rejection from the key level. Let's see now New York how it behaves. Let's see how it starts. The first candles. And let's see. 1 minute. Okay, doesn't start very strong. Makes a top wick. Lower wick. Being printed. And we're back into the range. Wow. This was a nice candle and a huge rejection without any news. So this could have been possibly a liquidity grab from these lows, and then we might have the liquidity to break above the key level. Okay, looks like the New York hour candle is not giving us many trades. We're coming towards the end of the 4-hourly candle. Huge rejection at this one. Five minutes, so no trades to take. Okay, new 4-hour candle. This hourly close very weak and indecisive. Let's see the new 4-hour where it makes the wick. It's making lower wick. It made a top wick and then it's following bearish here. I don't really like this action. We have 5 minutes from New York Stock Exchange, so we're going to wait that. And this is New York Stock Exchange candle opening. The hourly is bearish. Let's see if we're going to continue down or above the flipping and above the level. If we continue strongly bearish, this was the lower wick from New York Stock Exchange opening. And then continuation down. This was a huge rejection. Okay, so now we are below the key level. We have free space. Did we have any entry here? Nope. This one is the first one below the key level. We are showing very strong bearish action. We are coming, yeah, we are 8 minutes into New York Stock Exchange opening. And we have this range to take advantage of. Let's see the next candle. No top wick, just melted. Yes. So this would have been the entry here, exactly on this candle, very impulsively. This was the confirmation. Unfortunately, we cannot take it. It was a setup, but we didn't have not even a top wick here. I would have wanted a top wick before continuing down. Now we're going to reach the okay, we made the lower wick here. So let's see now if we have rejection. As you can see, we want to see if we have any entry, possible entry. Let me just copy and paste. Is this one right? Exactly, and rejection. Very risky entry. Oof, what happened? Wow, this one is nice. Went down again. Okay. Now I want the top wick. Please give me the top wick. I want to fill this range. And yeah, we have still 15 minutes before Powell's speech and testimony. No top wick. No top. It's not giving me any top wick. Would have been another 20 pips. No top wick. Even flipping here, we don't have enough range. Okay, so this one down. So this one actually made a top week, but well, what PSA are we? That we are selling in the PSA. Okay, let's see if we made our week the bullish. We might give us the last play of the day with this kind of flipping bullish, very high risk, high reward entry. Fuck it. There's no point in entering here. 20 pips. Fuck my life. Fuck my life. I cannot take it now, but this was the entry that I fucking wanted. Because of all the confirms that I gave you. The rejection of this PSA. The setup was good, and the setup was fucking good. And we are still 9 minutes. Look at the setup. That's crazy. This was my end. Now we have a reaction over there. No, I'm just going straight up. Okay, we don't take it. We don't take it. It's fine. It's fine. But we are closing the day. We don't have any news about the testimony. It's fine. We close plus 1.31%. We took 2 losses and we are halfway through. I'm really pissed off because this was the setup that I wanted to take. It doesn't make sense that I lose it. For what reasons? Look here. What was the next one, right? What was this one? Was which one? Yeah, was the previous one. That we were bouncing off of the price sensitivity area. $30 pips of range. We give it 15. 600. Buy. At 30. You close. Break even. 80%. Get it. and it's up plus 5%. And then instead we are just plus 1.9 because my setup is good, but my entry is shit. And this is it for today.